9, 10, 11. Some people think that you should not be feeling it in your back at all, which to me kind of doesn't really make sense, because your back is part of the movement. So it's a given that you are going to feel some, some tension in your back, because like I said, it's part of the movement. But what you don't want is to primarily be feeling the entire burn in your back, okay? Your back is part of the movement, so you will feel it a bit, but it should not be the only place that you're feeling it, okay? Or it should not be the main place that you're feeling it. Your glutes is the main place, depending on the stance you're using or the form you're using. If you're trying to target mainly just your hamstrings, then the stance is going to be different, versus if you're trying to target more of your glutes, the stance is going to be different. If you're one of those people that only feel it in your back, then most likely you are going way too low. When you're hinging, you don't want to be sitting down, you want to be closing a door. So like pushing your hips out rather than sitting. So again, my favorite way of looking at it is pretend that you're closing a door. You would not be closing a door, like let's say you're trying to close a door with your booty with your glutes. You would not close it sitting down. You're not going to close it. You close it pushing. So push your glutes out, okay? And have a slight bend at the knee, a slight bend, not too bent, slight bend. So it's going to look something like this. You're standing straight, slight bend, close the door. Have a neutral spine. Don't have your back bent, and don't have it curled up or like hinged over. Just have a neutral spine. Slowly. And also, do not go all the way down. Like I said, that is when your back is going to take over the entire movement, and that's the only place you're going to be feeling it. So don't go too far low, just slightly below the knee. Don't take it all the way down to your feet. Don't do that. That is when, again, like I said, your back is going to take over. Another way I like to look at it, pretend like you're shaving. So have your hands close to your thighs and like shave. Come down again slightly below your knee and come back up and squeeze your cheeks, okay? I don't want you guys doing this exercise and missing out on, gains just because you're doing it wrong. Okay? Next exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Next leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Single leg hip thrust is definitely up there with the exercises that I don't like doing. All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ay, ay, ay. All right, next leg. It is so hot in here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's finish this off with some isos. Alright. I'm gonna do some I'm gonna do to failure. Till I can't do anymore. I'm gonna do like 2 sets of hamstring curls. You guys know I'm not trying to grow my hamstrings any more than they already, I'm not trying to get them any bigger than they already are, because genetically I can grow them to be as big as glutes. So I don't do many sets with them. I just do like 2 sets to failure to still, you know, of course, work them to maintain where it's at right now. After this, I'm gonna go do cable kickbacks. Same thing to failure, but more sets. I'm not gonna show you guys the cable kickbacks until I figure out how I'm gonna be positioning the camera. Because you guys know in this gym, it's very difficult to like get a good angle of the cable kickbacks. So for now, I'm not gonna be getting it until I figure out a good way to really capture it so you guys can see the form and see me very well and everything. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Honey, I'm home. All right, let's make some protein shake. As soon as we are done washing our hands, of course. I'm gonna do this bad boy. This is 5% protein shake. The flavor is peanut butter. I love using this in my oatmeal. I'm gonna show you guys an amazing recipe. It's almost like eating a dessert. What am I trying to say? The recipe tastes so good that it's almost like you're having a dessert. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. I'm doing just 1 scoop because for breakfast I had 2 scoops in my oatmeal. So I'm having 3 scoops in total today. Oh. All right, I'm just gonna drink this and I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm also gonna cook a healthy version of efforiro. That's vegetable stew. Today, I'm kind of excited for that because I love Nigerian food, and finding healthier ways to make them is amazing. Nigerian food is actually healthy because if you look into the ingredients used, it's all healthy things. For example, jollof rice. The base is tomatoes, red bell peppers, habaneros, onions, and garlic, and seasonings. The quote unquote unhealthy part of it is the oil. The amount of oil and the type of oil used is, in my opinion, not even in my, factually, that's what makes it unhealthy. And that's also what brings up the calories like crazy, because let's say you are using olive oil, which is a good source of oil, like fat, and to fry the tomatoes, you need at least, it depends on the quantity, of course, you need at least a cup of olive oil. So imagine how many calories that is, and that's to say that you're the one eating the entire thing. But yeah, the way that I go about, or the way I like to make it healthier, is one, I use less oil, or instead of frying the tomatoes, I first grill it in the oven. I grill the tomatoes, the red bell peppers, and the onions. I grill it in the oven to, you know, give it that smoky flavor that frying kind of also does. And then I boil it or like cook it some more on the stove to also do the same thing or mimic what frying would have done. And that's pretty much it. You know, you just gotta find little ways to go about turning your favorite foods that are unhealthy into a more healthy option. The little tip to keeping your Sunday resets, like your home, looking good throughout the week is, as soon as you're done using a dish, just wash it. Don't even let it pile up. As soon as you're done cooking, clean everywhere. Just put it away, put it in the fridge, wash the dishes that you just used, clean up the stove, and just, you know, it's gonna help, it's gonna make your life so much easier, you know, throughout the week. Because if you have dishes piling, I don't know about you, but me, a messy environment messes my mind up like crazy. And that, if I keep like ignoring it, it's just gonna keep piling up and piling up and piling up. I'm gonna put this in the dishwasher to properly wash some more. Your girl is tired, very, very, very tired, but I'm just happy that I've completed most of the things that I need to do today, so that makes me feel pretty good. I don't have to have I have to meal prep lingering in the back of my mind. I've done it out of the way, and I've also went ahead and cleaned, did some laundry. I'm feeling pretty good right now as far as task completion goes, but tiredness is definitely there. I still have to eat though. After eating, I have a couple of brand content deadlines that I have to meet. So I'm gonna work on that, and then I'm gonna finish editing this video right now. I noticed something when I was playing back the video or the clips. I think the mic, I damaged it with like my sweat, because it sounded pretty weird. I think I'll be able to fix it, because I'm not looking forward to replacing or buying a new one, because this one was pretty expensive. So hopefully it's something I can fix by myself. But yeah, as far as our bulk goes, or my bulk goes, something I've learned about myself is that I am someone that operates better with a plan, with structure, and writing things down. With our last series, the weight loss series, it was a success because I took my time and I planned out exactly how I was going to go about things. I calculated my macros and everything. I wrote down my goals. I wrote down how many pounds of, I wrote down so many things. And even with little obstacles and not feeling my best in between or in the process of getting to that goal, it still did not stop the show, because I had a plan. And again, something I've noticed about myself is when I have a plan, no matter what, I will find a way to get to that goal, because there's a plan. There's a plan in place. But with this new goal that I have right now, I have not taken my time to really sit and plan things out, which is why it's kind of been a little, it's not going how I want it to go, because day by day, I'm eating different calories. I'm not meeting my protein. I'm not meeting my carbs. I'm not meeting my my calorie intake. Sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low. I just have been eating almost anything, and that's been making me feel pretty icky. I want this lean bulk to be clean. I don't want to do a dirty bulk. Can you do a dirty bulk and still reach your goal? Absolutely. But personally, it will make me feel icky if I'm getting my calories from junk food, from like pizza and all that other stuff. I personally will not be feeling my absolute best physically and internally. I'll be bloated most of the time, and that's not what I want at all. I want to go about it in a clean way, just like we went about it with our cut. Can you lose weight just eating anything as long as you are in your deficit? Yes. Are you gonna feel your absolute best? Most likely no. That's just the case for, I don't want to say everyone, because maybe some people can manage it, but me personally, I know I will be feeling not my best. I will not be at my best if I went about it that way. So that is something I'm also going to do today when I'm done with everything I need to do here. I'm going to sit down and really write down how I want to go about it, and how I also want to go about it with documenting it for myself, and also, posting it here, because initially I was posting like every other day on this bulk that I started. I was initially on YouTube posting every other day. And again, that is something I did not necessarily plan. I was having one of those days, or one of those moments where I was just like, I think a lot. That's one thing about me. I think a lot. I'm in my head a lot. And sometimes I let certain thoughts carry, you know, if that makes any sense. But I just need to take a step back, think properly, plan, write down how I want to go about everything, and not just act upon the first thought that comes to my head, because that's not how I work. That's not how I function properly, if that makes any sense. So that's what we're gonna do. I did go ahead and meal prep. The reason why I weighed what I meal prepped without calculating just yet is because regardless if I calculate, it's still going to fit properly in whatever number I calculate. So it's clean carbs, and it's some veggies and clean protein. So for the clean aspect of the food, check. Macros, calories and protein, check. I have written it down. After I weighed it, I wrote it down. So now I'm just gonna fit it in to whatever number, you know, I find out after I calculate my macros for this bulk. I need to figure out exactly how much protein I need, exactly how much carbs I need, exactly how much fats and calories, all that good stuff, because I have not done that. And that is partially why this bulk has not been a success so far. Technically, I've been on this bulk for like a week and some change, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And it hasn't been going well. So I need to just literally just plan. I think I have to start it over, because I just haven't been doing it right. I have not been doing it right, and I need to do it right. In order to accomplish your goals, you need to have a plan, you need to have structure, and then you need to follow it no matter what. So that is what we're going to do. All right, what else? My mind is everywhere right now. All right, so need to do the brand content. I need to finish editing this video, and then plan out how I'm going to go about this bulk and YouTube content and all that fun stuff. My eyes hurt. I don't know what's going on, but my camera has been giving me such a difficult time. Oh my goodness. I was supposed to have this video out Monday, but this camera, oh my God. But I think I have it together now. Hopefully it's not gonna keep giving me a hard time moving forward, because I do not plan on buying a new camera. Cameras, mics, these things are freaking expensive, okay? It's not one of those things you want to just, I'll replace, so I'll buy a new one. For me, no. I'm gonna use this camera till I literally cannot use it anymore, okay? Same thing with this mic. I'm gonna try my absolute best to keep, using it till I literally can't anymore. All right, I think that's it. I think that about covers everything I wanted to talk about today. All right, so if you liked today's video, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I love communicating with you guys, and I will see you guys for the next video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you are subscribed, I love you. All right, bye.